Hey, what's going on guys? Migzuba here, and in today's video we're going to be taking a look at a Sultai control deck for standard best of 3. So I've been receiving a lot of feedback, and a lot of you guys really do like the best of 3 content. So for a little bit we're going to be keeping up with this. I'm really enjoying it right now, and you guys seem to be too, so it's a win-win in that regard. Anyways, back to the deck. Basically, when Kaldheim first dropped, my favorite deck to play was a very similar Sultai control list. It's basically just mostly a Dimir control deck splashing green for a couple key cards. And I wanted to try it out again because I was getting sick of playing Sultai Ultimatum. I haven't played it in a while. And Dimir Control, while it is super fun, is getting a bit less interesting. I want to play a different control deck. Grixis was a great time. But I want to try this deck again because it was very powerful when I played it originally. It had good aggro matchups. It was good against rogues. It was pretty solid in the Sultai mirrors. Typically, it would be this exact version versus the Ultimatum version, and we have a lot of answers. So I'll get into the new cards first, and then I'll get into the actual list. First new card we have is Eureka Moment. Against Ultimatum, around 7 mana, we never really want to tap out, or unless we could tap out and hold open counter magic, and Eureka Moment helps with that. So sometimes they're going to play around counter magic, they won't slam their ultimatums, and then you feel really bad if you have nothing to do with your mana. And while we typically can do stuff like Omen, Mazemind Tome draw, that kind of thing, having Eureka Moment at instant speed is great because we get to draw and ramp. You can replace this with Behold the Multiverse if you value the Foretell, but we do not really want to hit our land drops. We have 36 lands total in this deck, including the 2 DFCs as part of the 36. So we really do want to be playing a lot of lands to get up to like Coma, Big Shark Typhoons, being able to tap out, or not exactly tap out, but tap a bunch of mana for a Planeswalker and still have counter magic open. So that's why I think Eureka Moment's really solid. And along with the ramp, we have Binding, which isn't new, but it's just more ramp in the deck. We're not a dedicated ramp deck. We don't want to just ramp, play a big threat. So we don't run like Cultivates or Wolfwillow Havens, but we do have a little bit in the mid game. Other new cards we got from Strixhaven, we got Professor Onyx as another card advantage planeswalker. I swear I don't see this card much in actual competitive play, but every time I run it, it overperforms so much, especially in these control shells. You get so much value off just being able to either remove a thing the second she comes down, draw cards over a certain period of time with card selection, I might add, and you can fill your graveyard for these escape cards that we have, like Cling, or in the Grixis deck we had Croxas, and the Magecraft ability. I feel like it's very undervalued against anything aggressive. It slowly just gets you back more and more life. And against anything controlling, while this is on the board, you have a clock. So it can be another win con as coupled with the ultimate. It's great. Do we have anything from Strixhaven in the sideboard? Yeah, we got some Test of Talents, brand new sideboard card. I've been playing this in a lot of my blue decks, just very good against any over-the-top spells thing. I bring it against rogues to counter their Drown in the Locks or Into the Stories, but it's mostly here for Ultimatum, of course, and it's good against cycling too. Like 1 or 2 copies won't kill you. Getting rid of the Zenith Flare is pretty important. But yeah, aside from that, we have a fairly standard, almost Dimir control list. Our win cons are like these Planeswalkers, Coma, and Shark Typhoon instead of Ultimatum, and it means that we can be less aggressive and more controlling, which I don't know about you guys, but I love that. And by aggressive, I don't mean beat your opponent down. I mean aggressively ramp to an ultimatum and try to win the game on turn like 5 or 6, depending how fast you ramped. So we'll get into the list like very quickly. Got some Clings, really good. Gets you life, gets you cards. You can escape it. One Juaris, your opponent has to play around it after you've played one tapped. Lots of negates, very good, very main deckable. Omens, because we're a Yorion deck. Removal. Mazemind Tomes, love the tome. Gain some life, draw some cards. Counter magic that you can tuck away from hand hate. Nightmare, very good against rogues. Solid against Sultai, solid against aggro. Palaka Predation, tap land, or hand hate spell. I'm kind of warming up to this card. I'm starting to like it more and more. Events, because we're a control deck. I went over these already, and you can do the whole buy Yorion, play Binding combo that Ultimatum has access to, so that's a really good curve. More verdicts, just basically more sweepers. This can get rid of Croxa. I see Rakdos picking up because Crokies is playing it. Ashiok, because I actually really value these Planeswalkers. I swear every time I play them, they are really good for me. So just playing 1-1, seeing how it goes. Got some Shark Typhoons. Against lower matchups, side them out. They can be a win con. You can slam them. Most of the time, you're just cycling it, though. Solid in the mid to late game. Okay in the early game. And we got some Comas. This is our main win condition of the deck. Mana base is fairly standard. We have a couple tap lands, 8 in total. We got the Triomes, Temples, and I count these as tap lands. All the pathways, a bunch of basics. Very light on forests. Our main focus is for Binding, Eureka Moment, and Coma, so you can operate on 1 green for a while, and this will fetch you your 2nd green in the form of the Triome. Also, instead of 1 forest, 2, because sometimes you will need to fetch it off the Binding. 1 castle, 1 Bantress, or 1 of each castle. We have, 8 sources of swamp/island, so they should enter untapped most of the time, and we are a control deck. Sometimes scrying or drawing cards off our lands is good. Sideboard. This against aggro, against anything that you need to counter big spells, like I said before. Against any blue deck, against aggro, control mostly. Polakranos against rogues, pretty good against aggro too. 4 mana 6/6 is a good blocker. And Gargaroth against aggro. Anyways, guys, if you like the deck, be sure to drop a like on the video. It will be in the description down below as always. And consider subscribing, it motivates me to make more content. So that's going to be it for me, guys. Let's get into some games. Okay, ooh, Yorion Mirror. Alright, hand is pretty good. Let's go. Oh man. We are going to need some counter magic, and I'm expecting this to be Sultai. Ooh, that's some crazy lag. Okay, cool. And yeah, it's a Sultai Mirror. Well, not exactly Mirror, because we are on hard control, they are on Ultimatum. But I honestly think we're pretty favored in the matchup. I like my chances against Ultimatum. We'll play out the Omen. I think Cling is keepable. I don't know about Temple of Deceit, though. I could also just aggressively scry for untap land, but I like having a Cling. It's something to do with my mana. Draws cards. It's a good grindy card. We draw untap land. So what do we want to do? Do we want to tap out for Nightmare? Or do we just want to play tap Temple of Deceit? I think we go for Nightmare. Just see what they find, or see what we can hit. The other option was just play land, pass, and hold open one of these spells and Cling. Or we could have played tap land and held open either Cling or Negate, but there's nothing in the yards yet. And getting this down early means that maybe we can get more Cling options in the future. Also, getting to their hand now is okay. They might cultivate here. I don't think I would have countered that anyways. And I kind of want to save this disruption. Oh, I actually like these Gods of the Lands. I know a lot of people don't, but I'm a big fan. Alright, let's see what you're working with. 3 ultimatums. Oh man, okay, well, gotta start somewhere. We can get the second one down as well, via this Nightmare. And now the question is, am I holding open Cling to Dust? I think we just get Tapland out of the way while it's not very important. That's good. 3 ultimatums, guys, oh my god. Well, you can't say they didn't draw well. 2 hand hate spells and 3 ultimatums and ramp against control. Against aggro, they'd be super dead. Nice Black of Predation. Nice. I love it. Okay. We will exile their yard, get into their hand a little bit. If I go on full control, I don't think I would even draw with the Cling now anyways, so we can just get rid of one of these ultimatums. They're going to play around Jwaris, but we can also force them to. Let's foretell and hold everything open. I could have honestly bought Yori in there, but I think it's fine. Nightmare? Sure. Yeah, I probably should have bought Yori in that turn, based on me knowing all this information about their hand. But I think it could end up being okay. I can, like, Cling to Dust my Nightmare, and then maybe hit something. And there they buy Yorion. Okay. Draw a card. Omen of the Sea? Tome. Okay. A little bit punished for not doing this on the main phase. Do I care about second green? I mean, not really right now. I think I could just put this on black. And yeah, pass turn. Hold everything open. They get to get into my hand right now, meaning they either get negate or Juaris. And that's a little bit annoying, but we only have one more ultimatum to properly deal with. And I think I'm at the point where I can start playing this as a land, because they're getting at 1, 2, 3, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 mana. 3 green, 2 blue, 2 black. Yep. Or technically 3 black. I'm just counting the ultimatum mana. Yorion. Is that fine? Or do we just counter Yorion? I think we draw off Tome. See what we hit. We hit a Shark Typhoon, so I guess that's fine. It's a little bit annoying, but it's okay. Feels a little bad to get a pretty good value Yorion. But we have to hold for ultimatum, and they get into my hand again next turn. Draw some more cards. Alright, so good Yorion on their part. This isn't horrible. We're going to have another card in hand. I can play this as a land if I really want to. I think that might be the play based on how things are developing, but we find more land anyways. So, I can buy this. I can cycle Shark Typhoon now. I can slam Shark Typhoon. That doesn't sound very good. If I had 2 more mana, I'd consider it. I think I just played this land out. Buy Yorion. We have 4 mana. I think that's the plan, because they're going to end up taking Shark Typhoon. And that sucks, but it is what it is. We can't exactly tap out for it now anyways. I don't think they're taking Juaris. Yeah, that's a Shark Typhoon down. Wata. I wonder if it's some sort of like British joke on the British way to say water, like wa. I don't know. Maybe it's literally just Wata. I think I'm thinking too much about their freaking name. We have ultimatum to deal with and 3 other cards. Yorion to draw some more and reset our tome. Gargaroth. Let's draw. I'm actually curious. We have a bunch of removal spells, so I don't exactly want to shoot Gargaroth. There's a Heartless Act, so I guess we can shoot Gargaroth now. Destroy. You. But we have like extinction events in the deck. Dispute. That's actually really funny. Okay. I can draw and then play Yorion. I think we scry first. Yeah. So we scry. Good scry. Oh, sorry. Just doing that. And we can reset both. This is going to get annoying. We do want like an extinction event for odd. I mean, these aren't horrible. This can actually block the Gargaroth. So I guess we keep it for now. And now if they don't play ultimatum, they're exiling my yard, which is annoying. We have the Cling in here. Oh well. Yep. Opponent's draw has been really good. I mean, ours has been solid too. Heartless Act. We take 10. Unfortunate. I'm going to put a stop here. Gain 3 life. Okay. So what are they worried about? I think that's like the worst option they had. I'm much more scared of another threat or a card. Binding. That's really good. Alright. Because I drew the binding, I'm just going to pass. Predation. Okay. Does binding resolve? Cycle Triome. Okay. 3 mana, so we can technically pay for a dispute. Nice. Okay, we shoot Gargaroth. I can take the ultimatum. I'm gonna play this as a land. This is the thing, right? I can make like a 2/2 shark or 1/1 shark and block this. I think we just pass and potentially counter something and potentially draw a card off tome. I think we have a forest at the bottom. Yeah, we have a bunch of stuff at the bottom that I don't really want. But we're going to shuffle anyways via the this card, the binding. Okay, I wonder if the opponent thinks I'm an ultimatum player. Land, okay. You have counterspell. Epiphany. I mean, I'm dead if I let that resolve, right? Yeah, so we counter, and I can just take this next turn. All right, we're good. We are good. They might not have attacked, but let's not kid ourselves. They were going to attack. Another tome. I ramp at turn. What is this, like turn 10? Okay, we have 9 mana. So we can go bind the Yorion. Lack of predation, the ultimatum. And now they're top decking. Is that all the ultimatums? 1? I think it's 3 of them. 2, 3, okay. So, yeah. 58 cards. We have a Shark Typhoon. We got some tomes. We just have to find some answers, okay? That would have been good earlier. Nice. More ramp? Sure. Do I slam this? Do I slam this? How aggressive is that? I suppose it's pretty aggressive. Maybe I just cycle. How greedy is slamming that? I mean, they need to top deck a binding the old gods. I think we basically just force them to have binding. Okay. Maybe that's too greedy and we're just supposed to cycle and make a shark. Liliana. So right now we're technically dead to an instant or sorcery. But I'm going to let them do this first. That's a good top deck, by the way, which is why even hand-hating out all the ultimatums is a possible issue. Okay, yeah, so they go to Heartless Act. Magecraft will technically kill me. So I'm going to draw in response. Let's not mess that up. Forest, not exactly what I'm looking for. Let's take a scry. I might need the life. Eliminate, not good. But I will take the draw on my own turn. More land, okay. Interesting spot. Am I just supposed to do this and name odd? Maybe I am. I can cycle and make a 10/10 shark. Draw a card. I could slam this. Then we have 2 Shark Typhoons the opponent has to deal with. I mean, I'm going all in on these, I think. Okay, and we have a tome. Ideally, we have more counter magic, but it is what it is. We have to find an answer to this Liliana. And these sharks are not bad. Okay. Opponent really filtering their deck. Cultivate. Okay, we have to be careful not to die to Magecraft. This is an actual problem. So are we dead? Or is this an instant or sorcery spell, or are we just dead? Castle. I think I should have scried with this first to make sure I hit a instant or sorcery. Binding. Okay, we did it. We got there. Jeez. Castle, that's good. Make 2 creatures. Negate. Oh my god, we gave him something to fucking hit. That's an unfortunate way to lose this game. I should have just cycled the sharks. Okay. Alright. God, they... That's so unfortunate. Okay. Well, now we do some sideboarding. Okay. All of that seems pretty good. These seem bad. These seem bad. These seem bad. These are okay. They do play a lot of creatures that we need to Heartless Act. Yeah, I think we literally just run it like this. See what we can do. Yeah, I was just worried about them having spot removal, which is basically why I sided the way I did. Sorry, not sided the way I did, which is why I slammed the Shark Typhoons. Okay. Let's go. Let's not let that happen again. Hand is good. We have a bunch of counter magic, hand hate, card draw. I'm so annoyed at myself, guys. Alright. Let's not let it get to us. If it weren't for Liliana, we would still be in the game, because we could have dealt with a lot of threats, but Liliana just pinging us down or draining us, like uncounterable drain damage, it was not the way. Alright. Let's go. Tome down. I love to have my tome on 2. No scrying for a minute. If we were super desperate for a land, I'd consider it, but I just want to be able to draw some cards. That island, I think, came off the top. Opponent playing this Omen means they're desperate for lands, and they don't want it countered. 2 to the bottom. Yep. Looking for lands. Land 3. Secured. We could Nightmare. Sure, let's Nightmare. Turn 3 is a decent time to tap out. Because, yeah, there's nothing I really want to counter. I don't think I'm countering a Cultivate and just not letting them have any other Cultivates. Like, I don't know about that, but... yeah, see, they're fetching green. Maybe we do, though, this time because they're so mana screwed. Alright, show me that hand. Oh my god. This is a hand, alright. So what do we take? We just really need one test of talents to hit. I kind of want to take the binding just because I like this tome, like, a lot. Although they do need untapped black to be able to cast it. I'm not that scared of these ultimatums. I have some counter magic in my hand. I'm not scared of Heartless Act. So it's basically just, or Haven, honestly. It's just negate or binding. I think we take binding. It also helps ramp them. They need more mana. So let's go for that. And tap land? Sure. Alright, let's go. We pass. Having this tome means I can keep up mana a lot, which is great. Yeah, they can play Haven and hold open negate. Should I counter this? Just set them back even further on mana? Sure. That means no dispute either. Yeah, the longer this takes, the more likely I am to be able to even win. That's fine, I guess. We can buy Yorion and pass. Not bad. I also should start drawing cards off this tome. I've been letting it sit here for a while. And yeah, this is the type of game where we counter a Cultivate. Get a bit more black. Draw some cards off the tome. My own binding. Triome. I could play this, it just doesn't do anything, so we just chill and pass and draw cards off tome. Scries with Omen. You'd love to see that. 1 to the top. Alright. Do you guys think it's a black source? It's a black source. Duress. Could counter that. Sure. They're going to take a counterspell. It's okay. It might take Test of Talents, in which case we're a little bit worse off. But it still should be fine at the end of the day. We have plenty of card draw. Or I say plenty, we have this tome. What you got? Cultivate buys Yorion. Alright. I draw. Shark. Nice. Second tome. Oh man, guys. I really do want to slam this, but that's how I lost last game, and we're not trying to lose the exact same way. I can draw for a land. I don't hate that. I really do want to keep hitting lands. We don't actually hit it, which is unfortunate, but I think we just play out other tome and chill. Saw It Coming's a good one. We could have foretold that instead of playing the other tome, but I want to do stuff with my mana. Yep. I say it's unfortunate. We missed one land drop. The opponents missed 1,000,000. Okay. Weird. I'm going to main phase this, try to find land. If the opponent wants to negate it, that's completely fine. Lands. Seems good. Let's get this out of my hand, and we'll pass. Maybe I should just focus on closing out the game. And yeah, the opponent scoops it up. Okay, so it's basically just a slogfest to see if I can resolve and protect a Shark Typhoon, or cycle it for a Shark and protect said Shark. Because we had really good control over that match. We had 2 tomes, a bunch of counter spells. So yeah, that's pretty much what we're trying to do. Just try to lock them into a kind of game where they can't cast Ultimatum. And I think even if they were hitting their land drops, they wouldn't have been in an amazing spot. But yeah, okay. Do we just run it back? I think we just run it back, guys. Game 3. Notice they kept in at least 1 Heartless Act. I think that is correct. Opponent finally gets to start. Okay, that's a keep. Turn 1, Scryland. Turn 1, Duress. Am I just supposed to take the ultimatum here? I mean, we have the counterspell for the ultimatum. Do I just take this and make their draw more awkward? It's possible. I'm really considering taking this Omen. Let's do it. They have to commit 7 mana to resolve this, and I have a 2 mana counterspell. So, you know. Feeling not too bad about that exchange. Binding's alright. They're not exactly playing to the board right now. Cultivate. Okay, well that helps get them there. Helps get them where they want to be. But yeah, also duressing this makes their Yorion worse. I could cycle just to draw a card. I don't think we do that. Okay. Let's buy Yorion. They're not exactly doing anything I care too much about. Like, they could play Gargaroth on 5, Duress. Ooh, are we gonna get punished? I mean, there's still a couple lands off this ultimatum. There goes the negate. And we have a couple more draw steps. But yeah, if they put anything on the board, I could just bind it. They buy their own Yorion. There's a tome. Alright, let's go digging. Stop on upkeep, maybe. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. So yeah, that's land 6. They need 1 more land in like either this card or this card. And we really need a counterspell. I think that was a greedy duress because they had more hand hate. Ooh, I wonder if that's what I think it is. Yeah, okay, they have exactly enough mana, including this pathway. I'm gonna scry, try to find counterspell. God, if I draw 2 into a dispute, we're good. Or actually, I think we keep this. Because we can draw, play out pathway, and then say go. And hold open Eureka Moment, draw 2, maybe hit a counterspell. I think it's our best bet, and the opponent kind of does have to play around counter magic. They know we run a lot of it, but they could just go balls deep and try to slam Ultimatum here. But that's really all that they have going for them. Like, let's say one of these cards was a Sot coming, they just lose so hard. Oh my god, they don't care. Alright, cool. So let's go. Oh, we did it. Submit. Jwaris. Oh, that has to be tilting. That's gotta be upsetting. Land, alright, 7 mana. Can make a 5/5. I could try to get into their hand. I think we just pass turn. If they play something else that has to be countered, we can, you know, deal with it in some other way. Like, this is probably an Alrund's Epiphany. Omen of the Sea. Okay. One to the top. Are we going to see Yorion? We are not. I will make my 5/5. If this is a removal spell, so be it. If not, we start putting them on a clock. Eureka Moment of their own. I respect it. Cool card. That's what I'm talking about. No scry. I foretell. And now what do we need? We could do this. Have... I don't think we play this out because I want to be able to draw and hold open Sot coming. Like, if I drew and hit a land, we'd be chilling, but I think we play it safe and just pass here. We have some semblance of time. Alrund's Epiphany, eh? You know what? Sure. I could have drawn there and seen if I, like, checked to see if I hit a dispute, but I'm not too scared of the Epiphany. Lack of Predation. Sure. They can get rid of one of these cards. If they get rid of my Yorion, whatever, it's a free card. If they get rid of one of my bindings, whatever, I have another binding. They can't get rid of my Sot coming because we foretold it, which is the main reason why I foretold it. I want to tuck away that hand hate. This Nightmare can take out one of the birds, and we can get into their hand afterwards. Let's see if they even do want to attack. They do. I mean, fair. Yorion comes down. Another Epiphany. Okay, that's starting to annoy me. I'm gonna see if I hit a dispute for that. We don't. Okay, cool. 4 birds might become a problem. Yeah, opponent going in. A little frustrating, but I don't think it's anything we can't deal with. We just need a bit more mana. Now opponent's ahead on mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, opponent's definitely ahead on mana. That you have like 2 semi-growth spiral-esque effects. And I say that just because the extra turn lets them ramp. Okay, do I let that resolve? I think I have to, right? This doesn't kill me. And while it does get them further into the deck, it's not something I necessarily can't deal with. But yeah, these tap out cards look really bad. Okay, they ramp, or kind of ramp. They have 4 mana up. Yeah, opponent just popped off, like, really hard. 2 to the bottom, that's good. And at long last, it's my turn again. We're going to go to attacks and see if the opponent wants the chump block. What a shock, they don't. I bind. Disdainful Stroke, okay. I'm gonna play this on green in case I draw a Coma. And now what? We can gain 4 life. I think we play out second Tome and just chill with 1 counterspell. 18 life and a potential scry and a draw. Opponent has 8 power on board. Okay. We have to be careful. They can definitely kill me. This ultimatum deck can take more turns, put a bunch of power on board. Omen is fine. These omens are pretty good, but they're not like backbreaking either. The Sock Cummings are here for the big stuff. Maybe I should have been countering those Aldrin's Epiphanies or Ultimatums. Yorians. But the thing is, I think we can beat what the opponent has presented to us. Like, I think we could beat 2 Aldrin's Epiphanies and a Yorian based on the hand we have. I Maze Mind Tome. Opponent will Heartless Act. Okay. Land. Not great. No Scry just yet. Coma. Alright. Also, tap land is like super awkward. Let's get in there. I bind. Is this a counterspell? Oh boy. Dispute. Dispute. So untapped land is like super chill here. We just, you know, pay for it. You know what? I think we pay for this dispute and then we're dead to like top deck ultimatum. The opponent will be able to scry for it. This is actually such a tough call. Maybe I'm supposed to counter it and then what? It doesn't matter if I counter it. I have to pay. I pay. Because if not, we're just dead on board. Untapped land, guys. I'm telling you, if this is untapped land, we're chilling. Okay. Maybe I was supposed to play Coma there, actually. But who knows what the opponent had, right? Okay. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. So they can upkeep Scry. So they need Ultimatum in their top 4 cards. 5 cards, actually. Because they can Scry 2 to the bottom. 2 to the bottom again, and then draw. But if they do that, they're not playing around Dispute, but this opponent doesn't look like they care all that much. Also, they can Scry like a board and Klex to the top and kill me. So there's 4 hits in their deck that just end my life. And they have Scry. Oh, 1 to the top. No! Don't do it. Hold on. They draw it. What's it gonna be? Okay, they go to attackers. Meaning that's not a Vorin Klex. I'm also dead to an Alrund's Epiphany. 1 blue. They pass turn. I'm going to Scry here. For the potential life. Opponent will make a 2-2 from Sultai. Okay. Eureka moment. Oh, I have to not be dead though, that's the thing. This is 7. I can't keep this. I think I have to play Coma. That's good. Okay, is it coma time? I'll be able to hold open 2 mana. I think it's coma time, guys. And then we just have one of these. If not, my option is like play a nightmare. And I wait another turn. I don't think we can wait that long. So I want green, green, blue, blue, black, black, black. I cast Coma. Coma will resolve. You guys have to remember, I'm at 6 life. So we're not dead to these birds in the air. Onyx. We have to go for it. Yes. Okay, that's good. 9 minutes. Alright, game should be over by then. Birds attack. I scry. I gain 4 life. Yep. Seems good. My turn. Make another coil. Creatures gain death touch. Okay. Okay. I have to not be dead. I have to not be dead. I should have scryed. I don't know. I'm not sure if I scryed or not, but I definitely should have. I don't think I did. Okay, we're fine. We're fine, guys. I'm going to attack. If they want to chump block, they can chump block. Okay. Let's play a nightmare. Nightmare number 2. I think it's got to be nightmare number 2. And we pass like this. That's not bad. And we have Saw It coming up. We do this because I don't want to have to tap all my coils, and I don't think I'm cycling for a shark. But yeah, I should have definitely scryed on the turn before that for more potential life. Okay. I'm going to tap this bird. I guess... Oh. Tap target permanent. And we sacrifice the tapped coil. I will take 1. I accept 1 damage. I fall to 1. Valky. Okay. Sure. Take a look. So, is that just game? I tap the Valky and I just attack for lethal. Guess we draw first. Maybe that's a mistake, not holding open Saw It coming. Whew, and we scoop. The opponent just scoops it up. What a long game, guys. Oh, man. Okay, so the reason that's lethal for those of you that don't see it is because we can sacrifice these the tapped coil next turn, tap the Valky, and get in for 12 with Saw It coming and another 4 more life coming soon. Plus, we get to get into their hand. So whatever this is, as long as it's a non-creature spell, doesn't matter. And if they, let's say it is a shark and they just cycle out for a shark, then we have, hold on, can we kill them? Yeah, we just tap this and a shark, wait them for 9, they're dead. Oh man, close game. Alright guys, and we are back, and oh my god, was that a grindy matchup. And honestly, that's the exact matchup that I wanted to showcase. I basically just wanted to prove that this deck could beat Ultimatum, and as you guys saw by the skin of our teeth, we managed to pull it off. And game 1, I am kind of annoyed at myself. I should have just cycled Shark Typhoons. The reason I didn't was because in game 1, Sultai does still run a fair amount of 2-mana black removal spells, and they had that 1 card in their hand for a minute. At least I'm pretty sure they did. But like, I was just, and even if they didn't, like, the odds of them drawing their cheap 2 mana removal spells in the middle of the game after not having drawn them all game are relatively high. They have at least 4, if not more than that, and they drew like 3 ultimatums that game, just to put that into perspective. It's very possible. So I'm worried that I just cycle the Shark and just gets like Doombladed, and I'm like, okay, well now what? I guess we have the other card, but I don't feel like we exactly got anywhere by putting that much mana into something that got so easily answered at that stage in the game. Although the Slam Lily on it did get us killed because of the gain and drain. Unfortunate. Anyways, aside from that, games 2 and 3 went pretty well. Game 2, obviously, mana screw. Game 3 was a freaking slog. By the skin of our teeth, we managed to pull off that victory. If you guys are still here, you're an absolute goat. Mad respect to you. Comment down below if you did. I'm actually curious to see how many people managed to stay till the end of this video. But yeah, again, deck list will be in the description down below as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.